Okay, I want to talk about a little bit more on the body language topic, because I've been finding that I'm not the only one that has a great interest in human nature, body language, and all that good business. So, oh, it's a nice old Cadillac. So, I want to talk about that. I had a really good example. Let's see. Usually I like to try to find a good example before talking about it, so I don't sound too stupid. And what's a good example? Oh, I love to do my stoppies on here. This is a really, really steep street, and I think you can practice your you can find that overclocking position relatively easy. And I don't know, I think downhill stoppies give you more control, actually, because when you release the brake, because it's a hill, your front wheel automatically slides forward, which is a great thing, you know. Okay, so oh, steep hill, man. Okay, so what are we talking about? Oh yeah, so I got a good example here about I want to talk about disinterest and how it's a funny thing, because a lot of times, whoa, that one almost overclocked. A lot of times, when you're not interested and you're not looking, and suddenly all the girls are interested in you, and then when you have like when you have a girlfriend and you're not interested, you're not looking for girls or looking to hook up, then suddenly all the girls are interested in you. And then when you don't have a girlfriend and you're looking around, you're avoided like the plague. Okay. I think that translates to what happens is your body language says that you're not needy when you have a girlfriend or you're married. And I think that's tied into the social status thing. Remember when I said something about when you put a woman on a pedestal and she feels like you treat her like that princess she is, or you treat her higher value than you, she's bored to death. And what happens is, the result of that is what's the result of that? Oh yeah, so she gets enough of that. She gets it from all these guys all over the place, people treating her like a princess. Now when she finally comes across a guy that doesn't treat her that way, then she thinks, oh hey, this one's different. This guy is assured of himself. He's self-reliant, he's self-assured, and he's not needy, and he doesn't really want me. Now I really want this guy. Okay, so that's what happened. And I got a funny example for that. Like once I'm part of this social group, and I go out and socialize, right? And so this one time we went out to this little club. They met at this club, and it was a kind of like a social mixer, and people would wait till traffic subsides after work and then go home, right? Okay, so that was the deal. That was the way the social club was set up. Was timed. And some people wanted to go see a movie after. That was the plan. And I was not interested at all in seeing a movie. In fact, I was just there to socialize and get out of there and just bail out. Okay, so I started chatting it up with some of my friends and some new people that I wasn't quite familiar with. And this girl took real great interest in me, but I was not interested in her at all. She was just not my type, and I'm not going to tell you what my type is. That's a little secret. Don't worry, it's not freaky. I just have standards, okay? But I mean, no, she was not bad, okay? A lot of guys would be like, "What? Are you kidding? She's like awesome." Okay, so, but for me, she just wasn't my type. She didn't hit my buttons, okay? So, they were saying, "Oh, come on, you know, you're not going to the movies with us? Come on." I mean, and they're trying really, really hard to persuade me into going, like, "Oh, you know, come on, I'll buy you popcorn, I'll buy you soda." And the more disinterested I was, the more like, boy, man, the better they treated me, you know? It was like they had to beg me, and then I was almost gonna give in. I'll say, all right, since you're gonna give me a massage or buy me dinner, whatever, right? So that was kind of funny. But the thing about it was, I was trying everything I could to get rid of them, and I was making up all kinds of excuses. Then I decided, you know what, I'm just gonna say whatever, just stupid, ridiculous, like over the top excuses. And I was gonna say what was I gonna say? I was gonna say, oh, I have to go home and water my cactus, you know. And I was saying all kinds of crazy stuff, and you know, they kind of thought about it, and then they laughed. And then I said, no, really, I have to go home and floss my cat. And the deal about the cat thing is, you know, and after I left, you know, after I gave them that excuse, I just bailed out and ditched them. And then later on, like about a week later, another friend told me, "Oh yeah, you know that girl? She was totally into you, and you didn't want to. I mean, she really wanted you to go to the movies with her, and she was saying that she was so blown away that you actually flossed her cat, because she flosses her cat too." and here I am. It's like, oh no, what did I do? I wanted to get rid of her. My goodness, you know, I did, man. I totally could not get rid of her after that. So yeah, that was a really funny story. I mean, you know, to hear it from somebody else, like after I left, and she was saying, "Oh man, she was just she was just totally into you." You know what I need to do? I need to go here. Okay, here we go. Yeah, I need to go here. Looks like somebody peeled out.